Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's Wednesday, April 22nd, and we are here to talk about um, taking our algebra knowledge one step further. We've talked about patterns, we've talked about variables, we've talked about finding variables by plugging in numbers for x and y. And now we're just going to look at like a real world situation and graph it. First, putting it into a table and then graphing it on a coordinate plane. So first I'm going to take the questions that I gave you today and I'm just going to change the numbers a little bit to show you kind of what you're supposed to do. So I wrote down that in 10 minutes a faucet leaks 10 milliliters of water. Okay, so on the top we're going to call this the x-axis. And I'm going to say that that is going to represent time. And the time is going to be in minutes. So I'm just going to label that. And then the bottom is going to be the amounts of water, or the amount of water that leaks from the faucet. And it's going to be water in milliliters. And I should put amount of water. I should even put y here if I wanted to. And then x, and I should put time, but I don't really have the room. So time, I'm going to actually write in the time because they're going to want me to show how much water leaks at 0 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and 30 minutes. Seeing that there's a constant amount of 10 milliliters of water that's dripping out every time. So I'm going to show how much water is going to leak in 0 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I'll even add 40 minutes there because I have the space. Now, the formula that I know is in 10 minutes, there's 10 milliliters. Okay? So I can look at that, and I kind of know the relationship is times 1. Okay? So 10 minutes times 1 equals milliliters. That's the relationship. 0 times 1 is 0. So in 10 minutes, there's 10. In 20 minutes, or 10 more minutes, it'll be 20. This will be 30, and that will be 40. Okay? So you kind of, after you write down what you know, so in your problem it's going to be 20 and 10. After you write down what you know, you want to look at the relationship and then figure out the pattern. And then think of this as x. So if this was 20, x times what equals y when 10 times what equals 20. Here it's 10 times what equals 10 times 1. So that's the relationship. Okay, so now after that, so that's my table, phenomenal. After that, they want you to turn it into coordinates. So at 0 minutes, it's 0. So that would be 0, 0. This would be 10, 10. And I don't have to label them like, when we did this earlier in the week, we labeled this like A and that's B. I don't have to label them because everything is, how much water leaked. And then this would be 2020. This would be, I'm sorry that I'm running out of room, 3030. Be nice to have my classroom whiteboard right now. And this would be 4040. Okay? Now, you are going to take those numbers for the last step, and you are going to look at that wonderful, huge grid that's provided, and this is your y, and they have 0 here, and then they go to 10 milliliters, and 20 milliliters, and 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, all the way up to 100. And then down here, they're going by tens as well. 10 minutes, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. This is your y. I'm sorry, this is your x. That's your y. So I could plot my actual points. At 0 minutes, nothing leaked. At 10 minutes, 10 milliliters leaked. At 20, 20 did. 30, 30, 40. And then I could sit there, and then I could even connect them with a straight line, straight edge, like a ruler, and I could even predict the future now at a constant rate. At 100 minutes, it's going to be 100 if I wanted to. And that's even one of your bonus questions. It says, how much water will leak after 90 minutes? Well, if you have your graph with the correct straight line, you'll be able to predict how much water will leak at 90 minutes. All right, give it a shot. Good luck, and I'll let you know if you did it right or not.